Hello everyone, welcome back to MLS Moves. Please make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Who are the top 5 most impactful signings in Major League Soccer history? Guys, I am partnering up with World Soccer Shop on a jersey giveaway. On August 1st, we will be selecting one lucky winner of a Inter Miami Leo Messi home jersey. To qualify for the contest, you must go to my Twitter account, like the post, retweet the post, follow me, follow World Soccer Shop, and also post a screenshot of you being subscribed to the channel. Don't forget that we are announcing the winner on August 1st, so stay tuned. Good luck. And now, on to the video. Now, this is a topic or discussion I've been wanting to have after the reported signing of Antoine Griezmann's kind of really had me racking my brain, thinking about who the top 5 would be just because of how many great players and big stars have came to Major League Soccer. And I know this is going to be a very controversial list, and I'll be curious to see what you guys think about my list and what you would change about yours and who your top 5 would be. But at number 5, all my top 5 most influential players or impactful players would be Clint Dempsey. Now, Clint Dempsey had a very successful career in the Premier League, the first United States player to have such a successful career in the Premier League. And what he did at Fulham was incredible. And a lot of people were skeptical if a U.S. men's national team player could, or just American player could do that at the time. And I even think at one point at his stint with Fulham, he was second or third in the league in goals scored with 17, which was very impressive. And with his successful stint at Fulham, got him a move with Tottenham. Now, MLS and Seattle worked very hard to recruit Dempsey and convince him to come over to Major League Soccer at 30 when he still could have came to or waited a couple years to come to Major League Soccer and probably played in Europe at least another 2 or 3 years at a high level. But they were able to convince him to come to the Sounders in 2013. And this was a big deal at the time because Dempsey, in many people's eyes, is the best national team player in U.S. men's national team history. So to get him in Major League Soccer in 2013, when the league was even less quality than it is now, and a lot of national team players were very skeptical about coming back, especially at that time, it was a big deal. And the Seattle Sounders had a very popular fan base. You know, you've seen the atmospheres at the stadium, at least back then. And Lumen Field or CenturyLink Field, what I think it was CenturyLink Field at that time, was crazy. And getting a player like at Dempsey at that point was even crazier. And Dempsey helped the Sounders win their first MLS Cup in 2016. But one thing that he did also was kind of start a chain reaction or a domino effect of other national team players coming to MLS. Michael Bradley to Toronto in 2014, Jermaine Jones to the New England Revolution in 2014, and then Josie Altidore to come to Toronto in 2015 as well. I don't think any of those players would have came to Major League Soccer if it weren't for Clint Dempsey coming here in 2013. And he was a very good, effective player. I think he scored double-digit goals in like 3 or 4 of the seasons he was here, and he was very effective because of the plan that Major League Soccer wanted to implement in getting national team fans who might not watch Major League Soccer interested in the league, especially with the 2014 World Cup right around the corner. So he was a very influential and impactful signing for Major League Soccer, especially off the field. And he is number 5 for me. Now, number 4, I have Zlatan Ibrahimović. Zlatan Ibrahimović is one of my favorite players of all time. I love his demeanor. I love his persona, his personality, his big ego. He's a fun player to love. And even if a lot of people either love him or hate him, but a lot of people love to watch what he does or see what he does. And getting him to come to Major League Soccer was a big deal. Now, I would probably have him higher on this list if he had came a little earlier than what he did. He came to MLS at 36 years old from Manchester United, coming off of a serious knee injury, and a lot of people were skeptical about what he had left in the tank. So they signed him as a TAM player, which means that he couldn't make more than $1.5 million, which is a steal for Zlatan Ibrahimović and worth the risk. He came to Major League Soccer. He tore it up on the pitch in his first season. I think he scored like 20, 23 goals, I think, and he ended up rewarding him with a designated player contract, and he scored 30 in his second year. So he tore it up on the off or on the field. And one of the great things about him is his personality off the field. You saw him doing interviews with Jimmy Kimmel, talking to other national journalists and talk show hosts. And then on top of this, one of the things just to describe how his personality is, when he signed with LA Galaxy, he took out a page in the LA Times saying, Major League Soccer, welcome to Zlatan, which just kind of like defines the personality that he is or that he has and how awesome he was for the league. I don't know if anyone else has the ego or personality like Zlatan Ibrahimović, not even like Ronaldo, but what he was able to do off the pitch and on the pitch can't be forgotten or underestimated, and that's why he's on at number 4. I wish he would have played a little bit longer, and I wish he would have came here a little sooner. Um, it sucks that he only played in MLS for 2 years, and then he went back to Milan, which is a club he played for prior to coming to MLS, and he still did good for Milan. I think he scored like 30 or 40 goals in more of a reserve role for Milan in his second stint there. So it just kind of sucks, and I wish we would have got to see Zlatan in MLS a little longer. At number 3. Now, at number 3, I would have Antoine Griezmann as my third most impactful signing in MLS history, but he's not officially signed yet. So we're going to table that for now. But just know that if he does sign or when he signs with LAFC, every person is going to be pushed back one, except obviously the first two for Antoine Griezmann. So in the meantime, at number 3, I have Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry is the best striker in the Premier League history, in my opinion. Now, I know some of you might think that Harry Kane is, and that's a debate. That's a good debate, right? That's debatable. I mean, if you think Harry Kane is the best of all time, then I would say that Thierry Henry is like 1B, right? They're both very good, obviously. Thierry Henry is a world class player. I don't think that's debatable. He won the World Cup with France in 1998. And I just think that the class that he has as a player and what he brought to this league is just, you can't underestimate how important he was, especially playing at Barcelona as well with Messi and Pep Guardiola coaching the team, and just his whole career on paper and what he did on the pitch is just incredible. And the one knock about him coming to the Red Bulls was that the Red Bulls aren't in New York City, but they're in the New York media market. And one of the great things about that is that you had a superstar like Thierry Henry on the East Coast, and you had David Beckham on the West Coast, and MLS was trying to spread it out to where they had stars from coast to coast, which is what I think they're trying to do again now with Messi on the East Coast, and they're trying to get Griezmann on the West Coast. But having him in Major League Soccer was huge, not because of just what he did in Europe, but what he also did in Major League Soccer and the class and the ability that he was able to demonstrate. Thierry Henry is one of these players that is so technically gifted that he could play almost any position from midfield to wingers to striker. I mean, he can literally play anything because of how technical a player he is. I mean, he's honestly he's one of my favorite players of all time to watch because of how world class he is and what he was able to do, his passing ability, his scoring ability, his pace, his dribbling. He's just such a fun player to watch, and it was incredible to see him play in Major League Soccer. And one of the things that was great about Thierry Henry was also what he was able to do for players around him and then help them improve. One of the players that sticks with me was Bradley Wright Phillips, who was a journeyman in the League One in England. And he was just kind of like a turnstile of clubs. I think he had one good year in England. He got to the Red Bulls in 2013, but in 2014, in his first full year with Thierry, he scored 27 goals and won the Golden Boot. And he credits Thierry Henry a lot for that successful season. And obviously, his dad's also an Arsenal legend, Ian Wright, who's a striker, and he was very good as well. Probably Thierry Henry dethroned him as the best player of all time in Arsenal history. But just seeing his impact with the players, his impact off the pitch, he has to be top 5 all time on this list. And I don't really think that should be debatable. At number 2, now this is where it starts to get a little controversial about what people would think. Okay, just hear me out on what I have to say about this. Okay, I have Lionel Messi at number 2. Now, Lionel Messi is the best player to ever play the game. Okay, Let's not get it twisted. He's the best player to ever touch a ball. He is my favorite player of all time. I've never hid from that. I've never denied that, and I'm not ashamed of that. He is my favorite player of all time, and I'm obviously my favorite club all time is Barcelona. He has done so much for this league already in this short time. When he signed with the Inter Miami before Leagues Cup, they were able to gain 1 million subscribers to Apple TV to watch MLS. Is there any other player in the world that would have been able to do that? Because I don't think there is. I think Messi is the one and only person who could do that. I know you're going to say, well, Will, why, if you're saying that, how is he not number one? We'll get into that in a little bit. We will get to that when we address number one. But obviously, the impact he has on the league and the credential or the credibility that he gives the league is unmeasurable. He turned down a $1 billion offer in Saudi Arabia to come here, which was massive for the league and lent a lot of credibility and eyes and just interest in the league because they're like, whoa, wait, Messi turned down what to go where? And Inter Miami now, because of Messi, is a household club name. Like it's a worldwide known team now because of Messi. And look at all the players that came to join him because of Messi. Suarez, Alba, Busquets. Griezmann's probably coming to Major League Soccer now because of Messi. He had the courage to do it too. Turn down the Saudi money. So Messi has had a huge impact on the league that we don't know the full effects of it yet because he's only been here for 1 year. And it'll be interesting to see what his impact is when he leaves and what he's done for this league, which I think is going to be after the 2026 season. And I'm honestly believe that the league is kind of failing on capitalizing on Messi because of all the interest that we do have right now. And I don't think they're doing enough to really give a reason to have these fans stay around when he leaves. But we'll see what happens. There's a couple years left. We'll see what happens and what he's able to accomplish in Major League Soccer when it's all said and done. Now, at number one, the designated player godfather himself, David Beckham. David Beckham is the most important signing in Major League Soccer history. And I'll tell you why. Because if he didn't sign here, there would not be a designated player rule. None of these players on this list would have came to Major League Soccer. Hell, Major League Soccer might not even be around anymore. It might not even exist anymore if it weren't for David Beckham. David Beckham is not the best player of all time. He's arguably not a top 20 player of all time. I don't think anybody's saying that. But his off the field presence, his obviously a good looking man, his persona, his image, him coming here at 32 years old, playing for the English national team, playing for Manchester United, playing for Real Madrid. It was just an appeal that the league had never seen before. And when David Beckham signed here, he not only gave the league eyes, he made the LA Galaxy an international club. Everybody in the world who watches soccer knows who the LA Galaxy is because of David Beckham. It's because of David Beckham. Some people call it the designated player rule. Some people call it the David Beckham rule because it is, he's the most important player. And I tell you, it's because there is none of these other signings without him. That's the reason why. I'm not saying he's better than any players on this list. You could argue that every player except for Dempsey is better than David Beckham on this list. Okay. But it's about what the chain reaction, the domino effect that his signing lent to this league, what it did for this league. And I think that that's immeasurable. And I think that without him, none of this would have been possible. And he also won with the Galaxy I think maybe 3 MLS Cups, but I think, two MLS Cups with the LA Galaxy. So he had a very successful career. It was a little shaky at first, but it turned out to be a very successful career. And he helped lend a lot of credibility to this league. Now, I want to know what your guys' top 5 list is. Who do you have? What do you guys think about my list? Do you disagree? Agree? What would you change? Let me know. Also, we're getting very close to 4,000 subscribers. I think we're less than 70 away now. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with a friend. Hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. And like this video down below. Also, we're doing a jersey giveaway on August 1st with World Soccer Shop. I'm going to post a link in the description below so you can click on it and see what the qualifications are or the details on how to enter this contest. We're going to be selecting a winner on August 1st for a pink Inter Miami home Lionel Messi jersey. So make sure you click that link below, find out how to enter, and keep an eye out on August 1st for who won the competition. And until next time, I will see you all soon.